Now, I have got a confession to make. It wasn't quite as I thought.
And this is why Riki shouldn't be allowed to book campsites. Welcome back, and we are just entering the village of Brean. And because we had quite a lot of enthusiastic comments, to say the least, about our Concierge Camping video, we've decided to go to the opposite end of the scale this time. So Riki has been let loose online, and he's found us somewhere to stay.
I had a couple of things in my criteria. One, it needed to be within an hour of where we just were. And two, I wanted a sea view. And other than that, what was the cheapest I could find that met both the criteria? And here we are. Well, we're not here yet. We're going to be here in a minute.
So you're going to find out where we're staying at the same time that I am. So wish me luck. We've just arrived at our campsite for the night, and actually it's really cute. We've driven past loads of really big commercialised big sites with mobile homes on there as well, and this one is just basically a bit of grass with a wall and then the sea. I like it. I really like it. So I don't know what the facility is going to be like, but we'll find out. Oh, can you see that? Riki's talking to the man there. You cannot beat the view. I will show you the view. What's happening?
He's just going to get somebody.
Now, most people wouldn't notice, but that little face tells me he's hiding something.
But I've just looked over the wall, and you know my criteria for a beach view?
Yes.
Now, if we can get one of these pictures along the front here, I have nailed that. What was my thought? Oh, within an hour, and it was 53 minutes. So far, so good. Now, I know Dora loves the sea, so as any good husband would, I went the extra mile to make her happy and got a sea view pitch. So let's recap. My criteria was within an hour, as I said, and we nailed that, 53 minutes. The other criteria was I wanted a park up by the beach. I think you'll agree, I've absolutely nailed that. You tell me of a park up or a campsite with a better beach view than this. I mean, just look at it. And I have to be careful tonight when the tide comes in. I'm probably going to be dipping my headlights. I am happy with that. And let me tell you, I've got Dora in here making lunch. Explain to our friends why you're making lunch.
Because I'm frankly quite hangry.
Trying to have a reasonable conversation a minute ago wasn't going well, so he decided that Dora would be on lunch duty and then we'll try again afterwards.
Yeah. It's not my fault.
It is her fault.
It's 20 to 4 and I haven't had any breakfast or lunch, so it's not my fault if I'm hangry. I said what I said.
So we have been looking at alternative motorhomes / RVs this morning, and that's why we're late. So we're going to have some lunch and then we'll talk a bit more about this site that we're on.
Brean Sands is a classic seaside spot on the Somerset coast. Famous for its long sandy beach, you've got miles of flat sands perfect for walks and the dramatic headland of Brean Downs with views across the Bristol Channel to Wales. It's very motorhome and caravan friendly with loads of tourist sites and a proper British seaside holiday vibe.
Look at the view that we have. Watch me fall back over the wall. Just here. This is how close we are to the beach. Come on, look at that. Look at that. That's Wales over the far side. You cannot argue with it. It's a very slopey site. Let me show you the back of the van. We are proper off the ground there. The back legs are fully extended, trying to level us. The only good thing is that it's actually the rear garage is at a really nice workable height now, so that's one advantage. As you come into the campsite through the gate, you are then in the paddock. This is where all the sea view pitches are. And to your right, just behind me, you have reception. And let me tell you, the guys in there, they could not have been more friendly. Honestly, Bobby meeting me straight off, and yeah, could not be more helpful if they tried. So that's an absolute Brucey bonus, because you never know what sort of welcome you're going to get, do you? And it's not always the best, to be quite honest. But yeah, these guys could not have been any better. So let me quickly show you the facilities that we have here. So just here, we have the chemical disposal. So pretty straightforward, a grate and then a tap to wash away. That's reception, and then we've got the washing up area through here. Oh, it smells lovely in here, but super clean, but as you'd expect, fairly standard. Nice touch, providing you with the washing up bowls and the drainer down there. So that is the washing up area, and no dogs please. And then round the back here, that's the ladies. We probably shouldn't go in there. We have another chemical toilet disposal just there. Didn't know that. No ball games if you come into the toilets. Very modern, very clean. Urinals, a couple of basins, and then we have the showers. Again, super nice and clean. Nice bit of a safari shower curtain. And then opposite, you have the toilets. So absolutely spotless in here, and everything that you need from your toilets and shower facilities. Now, there is also, as we go back outside, the same again, but they're at the far end of the campsite. So the other side of the facilities, all these down here, these are all seasonal pitches. And then where that flag is over there, that's the meadow. The meadow is for tents, and then all the non-electric pitches are all over there. That's a huge paddock. That's the other side of the road, although very small road, so it's not exactly far. There you go, look, it's just a very small little road along here. And there we are back. Oh, actually I forgot to tell you, we've got the bins, and then there's your drinking water just there. And as before, please make sure you keep your ball games to a minimum. In fact, keep them to nothing, they're not allowed. But I can imagine this being absolutely ramo in the summer. And there we are with a prime view. Now, the other thing we need to think about on this site is access to the beach. Now, if you look right down there, can you see that building with a pointy roof? That's the closest steps down to the beach. So let's go and check those out.
Godspeed, we travel with hope in our minds, lose rain.
That's not bad, is it? I mean, come on. That's not bad at all. What? Seconds I walked and I'm on the beach. And look at it. Miles. I don't know if it is actually miles. I think it probably is miles of golden sand. I keep on saying it, but I think I have nailed this. Now, I have got a confession to make about the booking. So stay around until the end and I'll explain to you how much it costs and also what my confession is, because yeah, it wasn't quite as I thought. But anyway, enough of that. Let's enjoy the beach. Beautiful. Wonder what time the tide comes in. And also, I wonder what that island's called. Can you see it out there?
Wild sea.
Steep Holm is a rugged little island sitting in the middle of the Bristol Channel, rich in wildlife, history and mystery. Its neighbour, Flatholm, sits just across the water and is actually part of Wales, despite the two islands being only a few miles apart.
There was a walk we were thinking about doing, but it got late. And that walk takes you to the top of that headland. So you don't know if you can see or not, but over behind that white building in the distance, there's some steps that go up. It takes you to the top of the headland, and if you follow it along, there's an old World War II fort, I believe, something like that. But yeah, we're not doing that because we're too busy having lunch, quite frankly, and it's getting on now. Also, just listen to that. Nothing. Silence is what I'm talking about. How peaceful is this? Really, really peaceful. It's gorgeous. I think I need a cup of tea. Wonder if Dora's got the kettle on in there.
This campsite is actually really lovely. It's so quiet, and we've come out for a nice evening stroll. Right, dangerous sinking sand and mud exposed at low tide. Ooh.
Brilliant. And trip hazard. If there's a trip hazard,
I'll find it. Where are you going?
I always walk on the side. It's like out of the deck.
I think we're more like Laurel and Hardy. What dynamic duo do we remind you of? Let us know in the comments. Keep it nice. People have been caught out on these sands before, so the moment it started sinking beneath us, we turned back.
Due to the fact that we can't be bothered towards the end of the beach, you have Dora behind me, look, doing a bit of mountaineering. Mountaineering she would probably think. I can't get the camera to go. Oh, rubbish. I was trying to zoom up there. I can't get the camera to go up. Look at her. Unbelievable. I think she just climbed Mount Everest. She's just been up a couple of boulders. Bad news, everybody. I've been summoned to a chat by the boss.
Yeah, another one of our talks.
Oh, talks. They're not chats,
We're
they're
in
talks.
Negotiations.
Anybody else get summons to talks, or is it just me? Anyway, I'm all yours.
Well, RV news. This morning, we went back to Empire RV after having a good couple of weeks to really think about things, look at the statistics. That's easy for me to say.
Look at the what?
Statistics.
Yeah.
And we really weighed up the pros and cons, didn't we?
Yeah, and what we realised is we definitely are in the market for some more space. So that's
Yeah.
kind of just confirmed that. I hope this is a quick chat. So we definitely want more space, but we're not entirely sure that the RV we looked at was the one. It had lots of space in certain areas, but there was a little bit lacking in others, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's always a compromise, whether it's a house, a motorhome, a camper van, or anything else in life. There's always a compromise to be had. It's just where you want that compromise to be.
Dora was in there with a notebook, a tape measure, and everything else, and so it's left us undecided. So we've just pressed pause for a second on the RV route, and we're going to keep looking. Now tomorrow, we've got something very exciting to look at, haven't we?
Yes.
This could be the one. We've got everything crossed. So that's for a future video, but it's a bit of an update for you guys as to where we're at. 'Cause I know we've spoken a lot about it in the last video or so, 2 videos, and yeah, that's where we're at. We've pressed pause on the American RV, but we're still looking. So if anyone's got any ideas of what you would recommend for something that's going to give us more space in all areas, basically.
You saw my checklist, hopefully, in a couple of videos ago.
Yeah,
it's a small checklist of things.
It's a large checklist, let's be honest, and she doesn't waver with those. So if you've got any suggestions, let us know. But that's where we're at.
Yeah.
And it's also 20 to 8, so it's dinner time. Oh, sorry, is that the chat over?
No.
No.
There's a couple of other points. Let me get my notepad.
Are you joking?
Yes, I am.
Okay, good. Right, let's go get some dinner. Like watching a mountain goat. Oh my word. Well done.
Not bad for 50.
That was another stunning meal prepared by Dora. Thank you very much. The view isn't bad either. I'm not sure if you can see that. We've got this guy on our projector. No, it's not Crime Watch. That's actually Darren the Urban Motorhome, if you don't know. I'm sure you all know who he is. Dora's still wearing her on-brand apron. Let's call it that for a minute.
I'm a happy caravanner.
Happy caravanner.
I need some more details, actually, that match this.
Dora's favourite... Oh, balls, I don't even know what to say anymore. Anyway, the view's nice, all right? That's all I want to say. Dinner's done and dusted. There's only one thing for it. I need to take you to the shower block so I can try them out. So, I've got the official showering bag. I just need to get my stuff ready. Those showers are spot on. Perfect temperature, loads of pressure. Okay, the only slightly downside is the push button ones, but I'll forgive them that. That was a 9 out of 10 shower. Good morning and welcome back to Brean. Is it Brean?
Brean.
Brean. Firstly, how was your shower?
Really good, thank you. It was a bit cold in the building because they've got the windows open, which is understandable for ventilation. But it was a push button and it was nice and hot when it got going.
So, top marks for the showers here at Channel View Caravan Park. It's a bit overcast today and we do need to be gone. You need to be gone at 10:30. It's now 10:15 because some of us are not early risers. Are we?
No, I was up very late last night though, researching.
The bit you want to know is how much did it cost? Well, this is also linked to my confession. Now I paid £24.50. I know that's not the cheapest.
I thought it was $20.50. No? Oh, this is getting more expensive by the minute.
I paid £24.50 for the pitch. Now I thought it was one of these pitches. However, it was a pitch in the field the other side. When we got here, this was explained, and so
it's already £4 more than I thought.
So
where's the confession?
I thought I would treat Dora to a beach and sea view. Now these pictures on here are an extra £11.50.
What?
£11.50.
What?
So that's with electric. So it probably hasn't turned out to be quite
That's
as cheap
really
as I'd
cheap, is
hoped.
it?
But you know what? We have got a fantastic sea view. Weirdly, the tide never seems to come in. We didn't hear the sea last night, which we hoped to do, and it's still miles out. So
it's further in than it was yesterday.
it is further in, but there's still masses of sand. So anyway, it's a great little campsite. If you're in the area and you're looking for something down the quiet end, because we are away from Weston-super-Mare and Burnham-on-Sea, so if you don't want any of the nightlife and the pubs and all the rest of it, come down here because it was silent last night, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we paid £35.50 when we're supposed to be looking for the cheapest campsite.
So it wasn't the cheapest.
Are you okay?
But it was a great location. So on that bombshell, I think I need to get driving because not only will I be in trouble with Dora, I'm going to be in trouble with the warden as well because we need to get off the site. So we're going to catch you in the next one.
£35.50. And this is why Riki shouldn't be allowed to book campsites. He can't be trusted, honestly. £35.50.
That is not what I would consider to be a budget campsite. However, campsites are quite expensive these days, and we wanted to ensure that wherever we stayed was a proper campsite rather than a CL to really do a fair comparison. What do you think? Have you got any other suggestions of good value campsites that have shower and toilet facilities? Please let us know about them in the comments.
Make sure you join us next week when Dora leaves me after receiving a better offer.